and we're going to talk about a few things. So first, we're going to talk about God and the devil. So God wants me to kind of change your view on God and the devil. So he wants you to stop looking at it in a physical sense. When you hear about God and the devil, he said he wants you to think of it on an energy level, right? So you want to think, when you hear God, you want to think God-like energy. And when you hear devil, you want to think devil energy. So I'm going to pop up a energy chart on the screen, and I'm going to divide it. The top one is going to be God-like energy, and the bottom one is going to be devil energy. So we want to aim to experience emotions that are in the 200 range and upwards. Okay, so he wants you to no longer see God and the devil as a physical thing. And I think this is really important, because when I used to go to church, I used to be confused on how to link everything that they would teach us or they would preach, how to link it to everyday life. Like, how am I supposed to use any of this information? And when you think of energy, like your emotions hold energy, every single thing is energy. When you're vibrating high, because energy vibrates at different frequencies, so when you're vibrating high, like, you can't catch certain diseases. When you're vibrating high, the devil doesn't have any influence over you. He has more influence over you when you vibrate at a lower frequency. Okay, so he wants me to talk about your light. So he's saying that a lot of people are forgetting that they have a light. Now, the higher you vibrate on this chart, so if you're experiencing emotions in the 200 range and upwards, your light is going to be brighter. Your parents, your mother and your father, your guardians, the people that were appointed to raise you, were supposed to always remind you of your power, to always remind you of how powerful you are, to always remind you that you have an internal guidance, you have knowledge within you, but somewhere along their life path, they forgot, or their mother or father didn't teach them, because somewhere along their life journey, they forgot. So he's saying that we all signed a contract and agreed to be here on earth. But once you exit your mother's womb, you forget this knowledge, but you can remember again. And he's saying for the people who are feeling really unmotivated and taken for granted and overlooked, he's saying that the only thing you need to do is to remember your light, is to remember your power, because life is not bigger than you. Life is not happening to you, it's happening through you and for you. He said that a lot of people are questioning a lot of things right now. And I told you guys I could feel like something big is coming for a lot of you. And distractions are going to be among those blessings that are coming. Also, I've been feeling like heavy waves of emotions. God is saying that a lot of people are feeling the same thing. So the thing is, right, we're humans, so we are going to experience all the emotions that are there. We're gonna feel sad at times, we're gonna feel angry at times, we're gonna have fear at times, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with experiencing every emotion, but you just don't want to stay there. I have moments where I just feel like I feel heavy. I feel really, really heavy. I don't know where it come from. It's just like a a lot. And sometimes I just bawl. I just cry and let it out. And once I dry my tears, I feel so much better. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with not being happy all the time. But when you're going through those lower vibrational frequencies, you just don't want to stay there. Okay? You experience it. Allow yourself to experience it, because that's where the healing's gonna happen. Like, you're feeling that way for a reason. It's something that needs to be addressed. There is something that needs to be addressed. So it's 100% okay to not be good all the time. You just don't want to stay there. You want to always try to lift yourself back up to that safe space where you're experiencing godlike energy. The best way to raise your energy is to practice gratitude. When I first started my healing journey, I would wake up in the morning and I would just start saying things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for waking up today. I'm grateful that I still have life, because if I have life, that means I have a second chance. I am grateful that God is still walking with me. I'm grateful that I can breathe properly. I'm grateful that I got all my fingers and all my toes. I'm grateful that I smiled today. Like you just wanna start giving thanks for all the little things, because it really could be worse. And I know when you're going through your own thing, you don't want to hear that, because you're worse. You feel like you're experiencing it, but it really could be. Like, you could be dead, but you're not dead. So gratitude is definitely a really good way to raise your energy. So God is saying that He wants you guys to practice staying above water by raising your energy. So when I say stay above water, I mean sometimes you could feel like you're drowning, like life just have you on the water. So staying above water is like just being okay. Okay, so another thing that He wanted me to mention, He's saying that a lot of you don't have the best experiences or memories connected to church. So when you hear anything about Him, when you hear His name, you automatically think about your experiences and your memories connected to church. He's saying to disconnect him from that. Disconnect him from that, because your walk with Him, your relationship with Him is personal. It has nothing to do with how often you show up at church, how you look in the eyes of the people who I'm hearing claim to be religious. That's not what I wanted to say, but I mean, if he said it, I'm gonna say it. I was going, sugarcoat it. Okay, so he's saying that he wants you to remove the pressure. He doesn't want you to make like these major changes that are going to give you anxiety. He said all He wants you to do is to dedicate time just to sit with yourself. He doesn't need you to make these major life changes where you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, confused, not knowing where to go or what to do, or if you're even doing the right thing. He said, don't look outward. Don't look outward. Don't think about what other people are going to think, how other people are viewing you in their mind. He said everything that has to do with you and him is personal. It has nothing to do with how other people are gonna view it. He said it's a box. It's a box. And one thing I'm realizing is that we have wings. We can't physically see them, obviously. But we have wings, and that's why for a lot of free-minded, free-spirited people, boxes like religion is uncomfortable. Feels like there's something missing. And there is. There's missing information. In one of my videos, I spoke about how I'm not against church. I'm just against the strict rules and the judgmental view that if you don't do it this way, you're not doing it right. In order for you to vibrate at a higher frequency, you need to be happy. You need to feel completely connected to yourself and God. And when you find God, you find yourself. When you find yourself, you find God, because you're literally one. He's our creator, and he made us in a special way. The way you think is special and unique. We experience life through our perspective. That's why I can look at something and you can look at the same thing and we see two completely different things. The way you interpret things, the way you understand things is unique. And if you're looking, or if you're depending, no, that's not the word I'm looking for. If you're making moves based off of what would be pleasing to somebody else, or what would be acceptable to somebody else, then you're not being true to yourself. Right there, you have an imbalance. Your self-esteem, self-confidence, that's your solar plexus. Right there, you have a blockage. God is saying practice being true to yourself and showing up as yourself. When you start showing up as yourself, you start your journey towards your best self. But you have to have an idea of what you like and who you are and what you don't like, for you to get to that space where you're actually the best version of yourself. And he also wants me to clarify the connection, the link between him and the universe. That's where everything ended. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get this out. I got 10%. I'm out of full strength. Alright, so boom. God is at the top, then the universe, and then us. So the universe is a system that he uses to deliver judgment, to deliver blessings. It's like the delivery service, right? So he wants me to mention the 12 universal laws. In the Bible it says to follow the laws of the land, and he says that he's referring to these laws when he said that. The universal laws, so you have the law of karma, the law of attraction, the law of polarity. So there's like different laws, right? And they allow you to align to receive the things that you're praying for, that you want to manifest into reality. And as they manifest, it just means that you want it to happen, you want it to come to life, you want it to be a part of your life, a part of your reality. So he's saying that he wants you guys to look them up and to practice. Okay, so I'm hearing the law of karma. Oh, I'm hearing the law of karma, and right now we are in the year of judgment. We are in the year of balance. Yes. And he wants me to remind the people who have been faithful, who have been hoping and praying for specific things. And he wants to let you know that your ships are arriving, your blessings are arriving. But I'm hearing fear, and I'm seeing like this big ship, and on the side of it says changes, and like I'm seeing somebody on the shore, and that person represents whoever this message is for. And they're eating a cupcake, and the cupcake has fear written on it. And he said that he wants you guys to stop consuming fear. Fear is going to block your manifestations. It's going to block what you've been trying to pray for. It's going to delay it. And I can hear the ship. And then it's like he's saying there's an appointed time for this ship to take off. So he's saying that change is required in order for your blessings, for you to experience, to truly experience your blessings. Your blessings is a journey. It's not going to be just like you receive this and that's it. It's like, oh my guys, it's a lot. Let me hope my phone don't die. He's saying that right now there's something in your life that's requiring you to make some changes and you're scared. So that's where the cupcake comes into play. He said he needs you to put the cupcake down. He said put it down, get on the ship. Okay, so I'm hearing walk on water, right? And that's like a big thing for me, especially in my personal journey. Whenever I'm very much confused with what the hell is going on, I like to close my eyes and I like to imagine that he's in front of me and I'm kind of in this confused place right now, but I'm still stepping. I'm still stepping, and I don't want to look down because I don't want to sink. He said he wants you guys to practice walking on water. He said look fear in the eyes and say you don't got nothing on. He says he wants you guys to practice trusting and listening to how you feel, because that's how you interpret that's how you interpret energy, through your feelings. So we all know, I don't like we all know. Majority of us have an idea of how to pick up different vibes. So you walk in a room and you can feel that, the people there are in a good energy space. Like it just feels light, it feels good. And then if you walk in a place and it just feels heavy, like you can just feel bad energy. He said he wants you guys to start listening to how you feel when you're around certain people, how you feel when you're in certain situations and you need to make a decision. He said your feelings is your guide. So really start paying attention. You feel a certain way because of a reason. So he wants you guys to really sit with the way that things are making you feel and how certain people are making you feel, and really start asking questions. Like, why do I feel like this every time I'm around this person? Why do I feel so drained? Why do I feel like I'm not in control? Oh, okay, so yes, I mentioned light. I hope the picture's not very choppy and all over the place. I know I'm saying a lot. But this is our channel, right? He just be dropping. He just be like, oh yeah, remind me. Okay, so let me get back to what I'm saying. Light. I spoke to you guys about you having a light, right? So the people who resonate in a more lower vibrational frequency, they're attracted to your light. So the people who feel really draining is because they know that you have a light. And there's a lot of people who are not aware that they have a really beautiful, bright light. Like the energy vampires, the people who are vibrating at a lower frequency, they know. They have a very good idea and a good image of what your light is, and their job is to drain it. Their job is to suck you dry. They act like leeches. They suck onto you, and they want you to always react. They want you to always feel like you need to defend yourself. And that's how you give your energy away. Like, he's saying that you want to be around people who make you feel light, who make you feel happy. He said right now it's so important to pay attention to your light, pay attention to how you feel. You want to feel light. Your goal is to feel at peace, to feel at home, to feel like you're flowing. You want to focus on being in a flowing state. That's what differentiates us from the people who vibrate at a lower energy. So he's saying that there are people who are so deep into their own darkness, and those people are going to be more hungry, more attached, addicted to your light, and their job is to take it from you. They cannot experience light on their own because they have unhealed things that they need to address, and because I'm hearing so far gone, that's not what I was going to say. You glad you heard that? It's just like you say that. They so deep in their darkness that they prefer to take somebody else's light instead of address whatever it is that's dimming theirs. I'm hearing life sucking. He's saying right now it's very important to protect your energy, because in order to, okay, so I don't know if you guys have heard, you don't manifest what you want, You manifest what you are. So if you are manifesting wealth, if you're manifesting financial freedom, happiness, peace, you're manifesting these things, they vibrate at a certain frequency. Okay. I just remembered something else that I need to address. Man, my phone is still going. Okay. So you manifest the frequency that you're vibrating at. So that's why you want to stay at a higher frequency if you have big goals. Like if you're distractions. If you're manifesting really big things, you want to try and be on that vibrational frequency so that it can come in, right? That's why affirmations is really powerful too, because it keeps you on that level so that you can manifest whatever you focus on, folks. So if you're focusing on your goals, you're focusing on what you want, that's what you're gonna speed it up. You're gonna get it on a faster rate if you do it that way than being on a lower vibrational frequency and trying to manifest something higher. Something else that I wanted to mention about the universe. You can think of the universe as Siri. So if you have Siri activated on your phone, right? If you say Siri, she's always listening. What I'm trying to say is she's always in the background. She's always listening. She's always picking up stuff. The universe is the same. It's always receiving your energy, giving it back to you. Receiving your energy, giving it back to you. If you're vibrating at a low frequency, it's receiving that and giving it back to you. So a lot of you might feel really stagnant. Check what your energy is like. Check what your emotions are like. Check how you've been feeling. Gotta think, go out more, laugh more, smile more, enjoy, try to enjoy life more, because it's really beautiful. And yes, you might be going through some stuff where life don't look beautiful. It looks more dark than beautiful. But he said you have to choose. You have to choose whether you're going to stay on that level or you're going to level up so that you can level up. Level up your feelings and your emotions so that your life can level up. You attract who you are. So he said start creating. He said start sitting down and asking yourself, who do you want to be? How do you want to feel? He said do not look outward. Do not look outward for validation. Don't look outward for guidance. He said the only guidance you need is him, and he's inward. You're going to receive it from the ideas that you're feeling, that you're receiving. He said your best guidance is going to come from inside. And he said when all fails, live in love. Love is the highest vibration. Love is the highest vibration. He said do something nice for someone and watch how that makes you feel. He wants me to address being kind to one another, looking out at people and not seeing them as separate as you. Okay, differentiating somebody who is of the light and a energy vampire. So he said people that are of the light they treat people as one. Because the law of karma states that what you want for yourself, you should want for others. What you put out is what you're gonna get. So he said people who are at a higher vibrational frequency, who's of the light, they want the best for other people because they understand that what they want for other people is what they ultimately want for themselves. The people of the higher light, they're gonna move different when it comes to how they treat other people. They're not gonna move from a selfish place. It's not gonna be a situation where they feel like they gotta use you as a stepping stone and never look back. People of the light, in order them to get to the top, they're not gonna walk on your back, walk all over you, and never look back. He's saying that the people of the light, they're always gonna turn back and give a helping hand. Like, you're gonna feel different. The people of the light, they're not gonna feel draining. It's gonna feel like they're breathing life into you, not draining you. He's saying that's gonna be the biggest thing that you're gonna notice that's different between them. Your road to success should not be first. The humble will never stumble. There's more than enough. So I'm seeing a table. With a lot of food and gold and wine and fruits. He's saying there's more than enough for people to eat. He said the people who are aiming to vibrate at a higher frequency, you don't have to cut necks and drink blood in order to enjoy your blessing. You're going to be able to enjoy your blessings in peace. He said you're not going to have to look over your shoulder and worry who's going to come and take it. He said it's guaranteed. He said you're protected. Your blessings are protected. Your wealth is protected. Your destiny is protected. Your children are protected. Your lineage. Anything that you're going to leave behind is protected. He said he wants people to get out of that fear mentality. He said the boat is calling you. And I'm hearing the boat here. I'm hearing it. You know that noise when the boat's getting ready to leave? I'm hearing that. He said that there's opportunities. There are opportunities that are going to come in, and it's going to require you to make changes. And he's saying off the bat, he doesn't want you to allow your mind to get in the way where you're thinking, how am I going to make this work? He's saying that that's not your job. Your job is not to figure out how it's going to work. Your job is to trust that it is going to work. He said, do not waste any time. Do not beat yourself down. It's like I'm seeing a room with light, lots of light. And he said, every time you try to analyze and to plan stuff out before they happen, you're dimming the light. Like you're taking I'm hearing you're taking the blessing out of it, out of the situation. Like you're blocking yourself from being able to experience that blessing because you think that you need to figure it out before it comes. He's saying no. He's saying the way you think and the way he thinks is two different things. He said the way you're viewing what's coming to you. As I'm seeing a little painting, right? Like a little canvas about this big. And he's saying, this is what you see. And then he's saying, what about this view? I'm seeing a big everlasting canvas. Like a huge painting. And he's saying, this is what I got for you. And you trying to figure out things that fit in this small little canvas. He's saying that you're limiting him. You're limiting what he's trying to do for you because you're eating a cupcake. You're feeding there. You're feeding on the. You're depending on yourself. You're trying to figure your life out on your own. You're not walking on feet. He's saying that your ship is here. Your blessing is at the gate. But in order for the floodgates of heaven to open, you have to be open yourself. You have to be open-minded and you have to be walking in faith. He said the universe is always receiving your energy. So try your best at this time to vibrate at a high frequency. Try your best to experience love and gratitude and peace and happiness. He said smile more. He said go in the mirror right now and go smile. He said go tell your parents that you love them. Go tell your children that you love them. Go tell your sister and your brother that you love them. Go tell that friend that's always been there for you that you love them. He said when the neighbor picks up your mail, say thank you. I'm grateful that you did that. He said when good things happen, he said some people are going to experience some really miraculous things. He said don't ever forget to be grateful because that's how you continue to call in your blessings. He said live in love and light, and that's how you protect your light. That's how you keep vibrating at a higher frequency. That's how you stay connected. And I'm hearing block the distractions. I don't know about you guys, but I've been peeping them. Like I be good, and then somebody come with some bullshit, and I'm just like, where the hell did this come from? Distractions. Make sure when you guys are when you're realizing that you feel really good, peep the people who don't want you to stay on that level. Peep the people who come with the bullshit, like, look, I got a